Sit with me for a moment, dear one. Let's talk, just you and I, about something we often overlook. The incredible power hidden within small actions. You see, many people believe that to make a difference, they must first do something grand, something that echoes across mountains and rivers. They wait for the perfect moment, the right opportunity, the grand stage. But life, my dear friend, is not built on grand gestures. It is shaped moment by the smallest acts, the ones we often dismiss as too ordinary to matter. Let me tell you a story. When I was a young boy in a monastery, there was an old monk named Master Dawa. He was not the loudest, not the most celebrated, but there was something about him, a kind of peace that drew people close without words. One day, I asked him, "Master, how did you become so wise, so serene?" He chuckled, a sound like dry leaves in the wind, and said, "By sweeping the courtyard." At first, I thought he was joking, but he explained, "Every morning, I swept a little piece of the courtyard. Some days it was only a corner. Some days it was the steps. Some days it was the path to the garden. I did not sweep it because it needed to be perfect. I swept it because it needed to be done with attention, with care, with love." And in those countless small moments, Master Dawa said, he had trained his mind to be still, his heart to be grateful, and his spirit to be patient. You see, my dear one, it is easy to underestimate the power of small things. A kind word, a simple act of honesty, a few minutes of true listening. These are the quiet builders of a life well lived. In our world today, we are taught to chase big goals. Be successful, they say. Make an impact. And yes, ambition is beautiful. But if you build a house and forget to lay the bricks carefully, what good is the grand design? Small actions are the bricks of your destiny. Every smile you offer, every promise you keep, every moment you choose patience over anger, they are shaping you, even when no one else is watching. There's a saying among the monks, "The drop hollows out the stone, not by force, but by falling often." It is not one drop that carves the stone, but the quiet, consistent falling again and again. Similarly, your small choices, the ones you think no one sees, are carving the very person you are becoming. Let me share another story with you. Many years ago, a young novice arrived at the monastery. His name was Tenzin. He was full of dreams. He wanted to meditate for hours, memorize ancient scriptures, master all the teachings in a single season. But no matter how hard he tried, he found himself frustrated, distracted, exhausted. One evening, after he had nearly decided to leave, our abbot called him aside. He gave him a simple task, to care for the monastery's single rose bush. Every day, Tenzin watered it. He pulled the weeds around it. He protected it from the strong winds. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and without realizing it, Tenzin changed. His hands became steady. His mind grew patient. His heart softened. The rose did not bloom overnight. It took its time, as did Tenzin. And when the rose finally blossomed, vibrant and fragrant, the abbot said, "Tenzin, you have mastered your first scripture. Life itself, this is the way of things. The most important transformations in life do not happen all at once. They are the result of daily tenderness, daily attention, daily perseverance." Now let us pause for a moment, reflect quietly. Ask yourself, what small action can I take today that honors who I wish to become? Where am I waiting for a perfect moment instead of creating one with small steps? What small kindness have I delayed, believing it is too little to matter? Remember this, dear one. The seed of a mighty tree is smaller than your fingernail. Yet with time, patience, and care, it can shelter generations beneath its branches. So too with your actions. A small apology can heal a broken bond. A small gesture of courage can open a locked door. A single moment of mindfulness can break a lifelong habit. The monk's path is not paved with grand epiphanies. It is walked in silent mornings, in simple meals, in the dust brushed from sacred floors. And each small act, lovingly done, becomes a prayer. One day, you will look back and realize it was never the big victories that defined your life. It was the daily, ordinary moments when you chose to show up, to care, to persist. When you chose, even when no one was looking, to be better, to be kinder, to be truer to yourself. You have all the time you need, not for everything, but for the right things. Not to be everything to everyone, but to be true to yourself moment by moment. If you do not make time for small acts of goodness now, you may one day look back and wonder where all the opportunities went. But if you start today with a small action, a small kindness, a small moment of mindfulness, you will look back and see a life woven of meaning and beauty. So do not underestimate the power of small actions, my dear one. They are not small at all. They are the seeds of everything beautiful you seek. They are the quiet prayers that build your future. They are the brushstrokes of the masterpiece that is your life. When you leave here today, do not rush. Walk slowly, smile gently, speak kindly. Let your small actions be your offering to the world. And watch, just watch, how the world blooms around you. May your journey be light. May your heart be steady. And may you always remember, greatness begins with the smallest of steps.